How are you guys' tour life?
Man, so good. Tonight is show 40.
It's crazy to think we're almost done because the timing is so weird on the road. It's almost like we just started, but
then you got to think about MSG.
Feels like we've been through a journey.
It feels like another different tour.
Exactly. It's so weird.
Like day by day.
It is so crazy. Do you think that if I was just talking to Kelsey about this, but do you think that if TikTok was around when you were the younger, old, big time rush versus now, like your TikTok fandom and everybody, what is it like to see all the social media posts now versus when you were around back then?
When we started, we really
all we had to work off of was Twitter.
Yeah, there's a time. IG wasn't even it's in the bus in the back. Sorry, multitasking as usual. Yeah, we only had Twitter, and even then, like barely knew how to use it. I'll never forget the first episode came back, and I jumped on, and I thought I had to respond to every single tweet. So I'm sitting there going like, "Wow, this is a lot."
That's some old man stuff right there.
I mean,
I'm also happy
18,
we didn't have TikTok. We probably would have gotten some type of trouble. So honestly, we have it now. We're a little wiser now how to use our social media, but it's fun to see like all the old videos they have because there's a lot of that. So you see the old and then some of the new stuff kind of mixed together. It's cool. It's full circle now.
Yeah, and so a lot of the TikToks now are the girl that brought the I Heart Kendall sign to the concert. So since that's such a big thing on social media, was that planned? How did that go down?
What do you think?
I think it was probably planned, but
yeah.
But to be fair, it was planned literally last second in a very spontaneous way. So it's hard to call it planned because it came together like the morning of, I mean, it's so planned. Caitlin Tarver obviously played Joe, played his girlfriend on the TV show. She asked for tickets to the show, and Kendall had this idea like, hey, this might be cute. So that's about the extent of the planning of it.
Such a character.
That's how
we're learning how to use TikTok. We still
we're fledglings.
And you sold out Madison Square Garden. So when you were, back really performing, like seeing all the fans come back together in such a big venue, were you kind of like, was it a surreal moment for each of you? How did it feel like seeing the crowd?
I don't think it's really, at least for me, I don't think it's really sunk in yet because we've been going full force on the tour. And I think after a little bit of downtime, you think back on that and you go, oh my God. Sold out Madison.
I agree. We had that one filmed, and so I'm gonna be excited to see what it's like filmed because I think once you're in that moment, it doesn't really, like you said, it doesn't really sink in until you're
focused, So,
but it was something that we've always wanted to do, and it was a beautiful experience, and the fans couldn't have been a better audience. So
getting to see the marquee, and I want to find. I'm sure they have a high quality photo of this. I want to find that and blow it up and print it out because one of my favorite pieces, like we have awesome gold records and awards and a bunch of cool things from the past. But one of my favorite things is somebody printed out when we played Radio City, Big Time Rush sold out. And I have that framed as a picture in my house and I absolutely love it. So I think that MSG is the next.
They gotta go next.
They gotta go sister right next to each other.
That's awesome. Now, James and Carlos, you guys are you're shirtless at a lot of the shows. So does that happen naturally or the shirt just comes off, it's hot?
But you know what? We've all been really strict. I mean, touring is not as easy as people like, oh yeah, you're on tour, it's a lot of work. I mean, we spend all day prepping for the show and part of that is, going to the gym for, 2 hours times and I don't know, it felt like the right thing to do.
Also, in all fairness,
and these guys look good.
These shows have been like 100 degrees, some of them. So you can't really leave the clothes on for too long.
I've considered performing shirtless for a lot more of the show.
Totally.
I think one of the motivations of the amount that they work out is to be able to look good shirtless. So you might as well take your shirt off.
You're catching us with clothes. Most of the time, we're half naked.
That's the thing. It's nothing new for us. And you know what? I've yet to find a fan that's upset about it.
Yeah, there are no fans that are upset. Absolutely not. Okay, so you guys are going to have a Spanish song coming out. So I'm going to bring up Maffio. I think he's a Zoom user. So I'm going to bring him up, and then we're going to talk about that. Here we go. Hello.
What up? What's up?
So Maffio in Big Time Rush are coming out with a Spanish song. So can you tell us how that kind of came about?
Well, I think it was just too much fun in the studio. I mean, we started working on the record and everything started flowing. Like we have a whole EP like of Spanglish songs, and I think it has to do a lot with the energy that we all have and how collectively we working together and our communication. I think that plays a big part of that magic that happens and that magic that you hear on the speakers, you know?
Yeah. And what is one thing that you love about Big Time Rush when they're performing on stage, when you guys are performing together? What's one thing that you love about the guys?
When we take our shirts off. Talk about it.
The backflips, those backflips, it's like I don't know, I can't really like, wow, backflips.
Oh, yeah. What?
It's the
I
stunts.
down flip yesterday on a scooter.
Inside.
Is that what all that is?
Yeah.
Yep. Are you? Let's move on.
And that bruise on your leg?
No, that's
Different
different time. But I
beer
flew
can.
over.
Kendall's axe.
flew over the handlebars.
But the good thing
I
is,
did a
me and
full flip over
James-
the handlebars.
What did you do?
I
Me
ran
and James
into
do
a wire.
backflips every single
It
show,
was
and we've
separated
never
apart
once
flat,
fallen.
and I couldn't
So
see it.
I love the stunts. I love the stunts.
In Denver, though, we had to adjust our stage because we were playing a smaller stage and our actual it didn't physically fit. So we had a much shorter runway to land that. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of over rotated and had one of those like almost fell into the audience moments.
right?
I did it
He
too.
saw me. He
I
saw
just
me.
almost.
I was out of the way, but I understand
You
it
didn't
looked
do
like
it?
I was getting in.
Yeah. No,
He was right. Logan was right
Oh,
to bail out on
more
this because if I get kicked in the head, it's probably not going to be good.
Tour's over.
Yeah. So
We're done. You just fall.
they don't
fall.
do Free Time Rush anymore.
Well, like Kendall could be a little forgetful at times, so I wasn't the picture in that one, but
I just trusted Carlos to not be there.
I know. Oh, it's not you.
Well, if you do 2 backflips tonight, Logan, you will be equal amount of
I
backflips.
might.
James.
I might do one that actually lands on it.
You're joining them for their Mexico shows, correct? So
I am.
reunited with them. So how do you guys communicate when you guys aren't together? Are you FaceTiming, you're texting, are you way too busy to communicate? Or how does like the show prep come along?
Yeah. There's group chats. Maffio sends us voice notes, and he's Maffio has kind of taken us under his wing, which we're so grateful for.
Big Papa.
You have taken me under your wing. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean he's already come out. You've been a guest on what, 3 shows already?
Oh,
More than that.
Yeah.
And let me
Miami,
just say,
Miami.
the tequila goes down
Massive,
much quicker whenever
right.
Maffio is around. We have the tequila, those things go.
When Maffio shows up, we have to double that amount. So
Yeah, it's party time. It's party time.
It's true.
And the outfit coordination was pretty good too for one of the shows you did. You were like black and orange, so outfit coordination that works out good too.
the Miami swimsuits.
That's all Maffio. He just shows up in whatever he thinks is gonna look good, and it's just worked out every time.
Yeah,
How long
I don't overthink it.
Yeah. How long have you guys known each other versus now when you're like you have a song coming out together?
I've known Maffio for almost 10 years, and I think the guys have known of Maffio for the last probably 5-10 years. But they met him for the first time like 6 months ago.
We figured this out. I met him in February.
Yeah,
And we were there in
April.
April. Yeah, so like May, June, July, August. So like 5-6 months.
Yeah.
so
And now that you have a
Yeah.
Spanish song coming out, did you think you'd ever dabble with a Spanish song?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been
We've always
planning on
wanted to.
something like this, wanting to do this since the very first time we played in Mexico, since the very first tour in Latin America. It just didn't happen for a bunch of reasons. I think primarily we weren't really in the driver's seat of all the decisions at that time. And this time around, we are, and it just couldn't be more organic and fun because we came up with just fantastic music with one of the best producers in the game. We're like, of course we're going to release this. We're not going to be precious about it. Our fans have been asking for it for a long time.
And the Mexico dates, it was 30,000 tickets. They sold out in less than a day.
Yeah.
So
It's
I mean,
insane.
it's a gift as well. We want to show them kind of something that we've been working on and we're super passionate about.
Yeah. And how would you describe, so you have the Mexico shows coming up. What is one thing do you have anything special planned? Should the fans expect anything now that you have this new song to perform together?
More tequila. Maffio will be there.
And we're gonna get the best tequila in Mexico.
Well, first of all, that was one of the major things that we wanted to do was have Maffio come play. That's a big part of it. He hasn't been at every show, but almost every show we played the song, with the exception of a few, he's been at.
Well,
it's just gonna be a party. We love Mexico. The fans are the surprise. The fans are so high energy that it just amplifies everything. It makes it extremely special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, congratulations, boys, on the song coming out and all your tour success and coming back and lighting up TikTok too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.